Final update. Princess Leonor's wedding venue confirmed. The world waited. Speculation soared. But the mystery is over. Princess Leonor's wedding venue is now confirmed. And it's not what anyone expected. This is history in the making, and here's why it matters. From the very start, this royal wedding has been unlike any other. The announcement of Princess Leonor's engagement to Prince Christian of Denmark sent waves of excitement across Spain and Europe. People wondered where this future queen would choose to marry. Would it be a traditional Spanish cathedral, a quiet royal chapel, or a grand international venue that would unite two nations under the eyes of the world? Now, after months of speculation, the palace has confirmed it. The wedding will take place at the historic Almadina Cathedral in Madrid, the same location where King Felipe and Queen Letizia married 2 decades ago. The choice is symbolic, powerful, and deeply personal. It ties Leonor's own love story to her parents' legacy, reminding Spain that their future queen is following a path of tradition while writing her own destiny. But why Almadina? Why now? This is where things get interesting. Insiders say Leonor herself was deeply involved in the decision-making process. She reportedly visited several potential venues quietly, away from cameras, weighing not just the beauty of each location, but its meaning for Spain and the monarchy. Sources close to Zarzuela Palace claim she wanted a venue that felt open to the public, a place where the Spanish people could feel included in this historic moment. Almadina Cathedral, sitting right next to the royal palace, offers just that, a wedding that feels both regal and accessible. Imagine the scene, the royal family arriving in carriages, the cathedral bells ringing across Madrid, thousands gathered in the Plaza de la Armeria just outside. This will not just be a wedding, it will be a national event. A moment where Spain comes together, celebrating love, unity, and the future of its monarchy. But the choice of venue also carries a quiet message. For months, rumors swirled about a possible Danish location, perhaps even a wedding in Copenhagen, symbolizing the union of two royal houses. Some commentators believed Leonor might choose something modern, even unconventional, to mark a generational shift. Instead, she has chosen to embrace tradition, perhaps signaling that she sees her role not as a disruptor, but as a custodian of Spanish heritage. This decision has thrilled traditionalists, and surprised critics. Royal watchers say this is Leonor stepping fully into her future queen identity, showing Spain that she is ready to lead with grace and continuity. But there's another layer to this story that few are talking about, the logistics and politics behind the scenes. Almadina Cathedral has hosted major events before, but never a royal wedding of this scale for a future queen. This will involve extraordinary security measures, coordination between the Spanish Royal Guard, Madrid authorities, and even Danish royal protocol officers. The guest list is expected to include monarchs from across Europe, heads of state, and dignitaries from around the world. This means the cathedral will have to accommodate not just a wedding ceremony, but also complex seating arrangements reflecting international diplomatic protocol, something that palace planners have been working on for months in secrecy. And what about the public? We are told giant screens will be installed throughout Madrid so citizens can watch the ceremony live. There is talk of a procession route that will allow thousands to see Leonor and Christian in their carriage, echoing the wedding of Felipe and Letizia in 2004. This is not just a wedding, it is a carefully choreographed moment designed to strengthen the bond between the monarchy and the Spanish people. But the most emotional element may come during the ceremony itself. Palace insiders hint that Leonor has requested personal touches, readings and music that reflect her own journey from a young girl to the woman who will one day be queen. There are whispers of a special tribute to Queen Letizia, who has been Leonor's guiding force, and even a nod to her grandmother, Queen Sofia, whose wisdom continues to shape Leonor's sense of duty. The symbolism runs even deeper. Almadina Cathedral, dedicated to Madrid's patron saint, represents resilience and faith. Choosing this venue sends a powerful message. Leonor's reign will be rooted in strength, continuity, and hope for the future. Of course, a confirmed venue means one more thing: preparations will now accelerate. Florists, designers, and security teams are already working day and night to transform the cathedral and its surroundings into a royal wonderland. The bride's arrival will be one of the most photographed moments of the decade, and everything must be perfect. And that leads to another question: what will Princess Leonor wear? While the venue has now been confirmed, her choice of dress remains the most closely guarded secret of the entire event. Will she follow her mother's example with a classic, Spanish-style gown, or opt for something more modern and minimalist? Royal watchers believe that now that the cathedral is confirmed, the dress will likely be a traditional design to match the solemnity of the location. This brings us to the guest list, and with the venue confirmed, invitations are being finalized. Expect to see representatives from nearly every European royal house, from the Windsors of the UK to the Grimaldis of Monaco, as well as leading figures from Spanish politics, culture, and diplomacy. Each guest will be carefully chosen to reflect the significance of the moment. As the day draws nearer, the focus will turn to Madrid itself. Hotels are expected to sell out, streets will be decorated with Spanish and Danish flags, and the city will become the center of international attention. This is not just a royal wedding, this is Spain presenting itself to the world, proud of its history, united for its future. And perhaps the most touching part of all this is that Leonor herself, despite the pressure, seems calm, grounded, and happy. Those who have seen her in recent weeks describe her as glowing, fully embracing her role, and deeply in love with Christian. For all the grandeur, the symbolism, the politics, at its heart, this is still the story of two young people choosing each other. That is what will make this moment so unforgettable. A princess becoming a bride. A cathedral filled with history. A nation watching, holding its breath, as the future of Spain walks down the aisle. This is the final update on Princess Leonor's wedding venue. The mystery is over. The stage is set. And now, the countdown truly begins.